Morning, everyone.
30 seconds for every question. Tell us something about it.
I'm Billy Hackinson. I'm representing Cavite. I work as a flight attendant and I've been flying for 4 years now. I am a dog person. I love to cook. I love staying at home. And I'm a bisexual and I'm proud to be here. It's the coffee, it helps.
What is one beautiful word in Filipino that you're from Cavite? And what does it mean?
I think my favorite Tagalog word would be kamusta. It shows concern. It shows that you really want to know something about the person, especially how the person is. And usually the reply is also kamusta. It reciprocates and the care is there. It is a legit communication between two people.
Next question. So what is that learning experience that you had as a child that gave so much impact?
I think if it's about lesson, it's lesson of being forgiving. It's something that I can carry out all throughout my life because keeping grudges in you is gonna impact you more as a person instead of the other person that you're mad about. You have to be forgiving about everything, and I think it has to start from as early as a child because you have to bring it with you all throughout your life, and you have to be able to share this to everyone as well.
What about in perspective? What do you think is the biggest lesson that you learned?
That we have to ask for help. That there should be no shame in asking for help. And I experienced this especially with this journey because I live alone in Cebu. That's where I'm based. And that altruism is actually still evident in the world today. That cooperation is actually the key in challenges such as this.
If you win the Miss Univers crown, how will you help your community?
If it's in Cavite, I already started a few organizations. It's not really me who started it, but I've been a part of it. And I'm going to be perfectly honest, I've been working for 4 years now, and I have been trying to support my family, and I haven't been really in-depth in terms of helping the community, but I would want to start doing so with the help of the Miss Universe organization.
What color do you think symbolizes the phenomenal walk?
Chartreuse.
Well,
Green na lang. Green na lang. It's a very hard color to pull off, but I think with the right level of confidence, I can do it.
Cavite has a very soft spot in my heart.
Oh.
So, but I think I grew up there or my family's from Cavite. But if you have to name one spot, whether it's man-made or natural, that you'd like to promote to the world, what spot in Cavite would it be?
I think the pineapple farms of Silang Cavite. That's where I grew up. So going to school, going back home, I always pass by that. And the farmers there are really, really nice. We have a sari-sari store, and they would bring pineapples every morning if they can. And I love the sour ones especially, the ones that are not yet hinog. And I think that needs more promotion. That needs more, it can be promoted further. You can do other stuff with pineapples. We can make fabrics out of it, but it's not exposed.
I know you're hungry.
very nice dress.
Thank you very much. It's Mark Baumgarten. Yes. I'm very happy because this is the first time I get to wear Mark, so I'm very blessed.
Since you are madaldal,
Yes.
30 seconds.
Yeah.
Someone will shout.
Okay. Grabe. Okay.
Okay. Tell us something more about yourself.
Okay, since it's the last part, I'm gonna make something fun. I don't know if all of you know, but I really wish to have a tree house. I want to build my own little tree house dito sa Siargao. That is one of my biggest dreams talaga. But not just any tree house, it's a tiny tree house. So that is something that's really dear to me, and I want to have a sustainable place where I can just grow my vegetables, get my water. That's really what I would like. Thank you!
What is one beautiful word in your language? In what is Tagalog? Is that for you?
Meron ng dami ng word ng gusto ko sa Tagalog, but I think the best word that I can describe is mabuhay. Because it's so unique. It's the only thing that once you announce yourself, that's the first thing that you say. You say mabuhay, and everybody knows naman that you're from the Philippines. So that's the word I choose.
What's that one experience that you had as a child that you so much in common?
I have many actually, but the one that I would love to go back to is my childhood. And my childhood because I had such an amazing time with my mom and dad. They come from different cultures, but I had to embrace both of them. My Filipino side, my French side, and at the same time, I grew up sa Macau. So meron ako ng Chinese also. So I learned Chinese, and at the same time, after Chinese, I also went to a Portuguese school. So it was a lot to embrace, but I really learned so much. And what I learned is that we all have different traditions, cultures. Thank you. Sorry.
Along with 32nd room,
Yes, I was informed by Angel.
even with the first question that I'll ask you, tell us something about yourself.
Hello, my name is Pauline Cucharo Amlings. I'm your Boholana Belgian from, of course, the beautiful province of Bohol. My dad is a Belgian and I'm Filipina, so I'm like a mix of both cultures in one, and I'm very excited to be here today.
What is one beautiful word in your local language and what does it mean?
I would like to choose the word pohon. It means hopefully. It's a word that we use whenever we talk about something that is going to happen in the future. Like, I'm going to join Miss Universe Philippines, pohon, hopefully, with God's blessing.
Next question, what is that one learning experience that you had as a child that made much impact on you?
One learning experience I had as a child was that I had to not be shy. I was very shy, always in the corner. But my mom and my dad always kept telling me, you have to really be out there. That's the only way for you to grow. That's the only way for you to shine.
And then, what is that one major lesson that you learned during this pandemic?
Whew. I think I learned so many things from cooking to planting. But I think one thing that I really learned is how interconnected everything really is. From the animal world to the human world, from communities, inter-province, and I think that just reminds me of the fact that we all play a part in fighting this pandemic and that we can all rise together.
Well, if you win the crown, how will you help your community?
I would want to be a spokesperson and a rallying point to bring people together in meaningful conversation, together look for solutions. And I think that with this platform of influence, that's something I can really do.
Tell us something about yourself.
So my name is Cristel Abello. I'm representing the beautiful province of Aklan. I am the daughter to OFW parents, but although I was raised in the States, I was raised to be 100% Filipino. Pusong Pinoy talaga ako.
What is one beautiful word in your local language and what does it mean?
One beautiful word in my language is guapa. And I think that just solidifies and represents the Aklanon trait of us Filipinos being beautiful.
What was the experience that you had as a child made much impact on you?
Oh, one learning experience that I had as a child was growing up in the States. I grew up in the States, but we were very Filipino in the household, from the values that were instilled into our home, to the food that we ate, and also to the language that we speak at the house. Hindi nga pumayag si mami na hindi kami magtagalog sa bahay. And through that, I really embraced and loved and learned through my culture, and it really solidified my identity as a person, as a Aklanon, and as a Filipino.
What one major lesson did you learn from your experiences during this pandemic?
During this pandemic, I have learned that one important lesson of bayanihan. It's really important for us, mga Pilipino, to stand together, to unite together, and to extend ourselves to help each other.
If you win Miss Universe Philippines, how will you help your community?
If I win Miss Universe Philippines, I will help my community by extending myself through the use of social media. And I want to use my platform to really use my voice to extend myself and to help my community by raising awareness. And I really want to show the people that I'm here, genuine, with or without the crown, that I really want to help and instill positivity and hope with everyone.
What color do you think symbolizes the phenomenal woman?
I think the color that symbolizes a phenomenal woman is a color that you feel confident in. I think that it could be any color as long as you feel proud to wear it, and if you feel beautiful in it, then I think bagay na bagay sa'yo, di pak na pak.
What skills does the workplace of the future need since working from home now is the new norm?
So the skills that that we need to have instill into our home is, I think that kahit nasa bahay, dapat ganado pa rin sa bahay, and that we should still be appreciative of being at home, and that we're still being able to given the chance to work, and we should really appreciate that. Dapat ganado pa rin sa bahay, patuloy-tuloy pa rin ang trabaho. Just because we are in the new normal, it doesn't mean that life doesn't stop.
If you have a chance to name one spot, man-made or natural, in your province or city that you would like to promote to the world, what would it be and why?
Of course, I would want to promote the beautiful island of Boracay. Of course, it is known as paradise to many, and of course, it is a place where you can just relax, and it is incomparable to other places around the world. Even it is one of the most highlighted tourist destinations of the Philippines, and most importantly, I think ang pinaka-importante ang generosity, ang hospitality ng mga Aklanon.
So are you bringing us?
Pwede, sige, tara.
When? Excited.
Yes, yes.
Well, there's a campaign to hashtag love local. Which local product would you promote and why?
Which local product I would promote? So, love local. The local product that I would promote siguro sa ngayon would probably be ang food natin. I think I would want to promote our food because our food is very relevant. No matter how old, how young we are, we can all sama-sama together, and it brings us all together.
And lastly, what one thing should young people like you focus on?
I think what young people should focus on is believing in themselves. I think from this journey, I have learned to really believe in myself and to earn the confidence. And I think that a lot of young people, our young generation, is lacking today the belief and the confidence in themselves to push themselves forward and to also be positive and to uplift. If you are positive in yourself, then you can continue to uplift others.
The City of Love, Iloilo. I am biracial. I'm sorry. I didn't introduce myself na. Yes.
So, 30 seconds lang, given the introduction, tell us something about yourself.
I'm actually biracial. My mom is an Ilongga and my dad is an Indian, if you can see through my features. However, I was raised in a broken family, and I experienced a really poor life. And I was able to rise from our situation as well because of educating myself. And now I decided to give back to my community, and I became a lecturer for physical therapy. That's why I was able to go to.
What is one beautiful word in your local language and what does it mean?
One beautiful word would probably guapa, which means beautiful. I feel like we have this statement in Iloilo, basta Ilongga guapa, which means every Ilongga is beautiful. And I'm very proud that with Miss Universe Philippines, I was able to bring that kind of aspect that every Filipino would know that statement, basta Ilongga guapa.
What is that one learning experience that you had as a child that made so much impact on you?
If there would be one thing that I learned through my mother, that would be always forgive people, because there's no such thing as a perfect person. And when my dad left us, she never speak ill about him. That's why in every situation, even though other people would hurt me, I still choose to see the goodness in them.
What about in this context? What is the most important lesson?
You know what? Even though you're struggling, you can still become the symbol of hope. I myself, I had fears, uncertainty, but I still realized that I could still give back to Iloilo City. Out of my pocket, I decided to go for the frontliners, and I know that's just a simple way, but that's my best way to help our modern heroes.
You win the crown. You help your community, or you mentioned that other things that you plan to do when you win the crown.
being a Miss Universe, you become influential. So I want to go back to my advocacy, which is Feed Me and I Read You program, which we help those children living near the dump site. If you have seen my Beyond the Coastline video, I want to go back there, and we need a lot of materials, learning materials. And I feel like being a Miss Universe, I will be able to pull donors into our project to make it foster even better.
All right.
Very loud.
Okay.
Louder than Lola. Okay. Tell us something about yourself.
Hi, my name is Isabella Rojas Ismael, but you may call me Bella, as everybody else does. You may know me as a ballerina. I am also a psychology major, and I'm very passionate about mental health. But I would say I'm also somebody who burns with a fire inside. And I think this is not expected of me because I look very calm and collected all the time. I look shy sometimes. And I say that because I'm somebody who just burns with her own fire, and I'd say that's my strength. I see.
So when I was Tagalog ka, what is one beautiful word in your language, and what does it mean?
Well, I speak Tagalog, and one of my favorite words is actually kilig. Because this is something that we can't really explain in English. There's a similar word, it's called giddy. But there's no explanation or no feeling like kilig. And it's something that I feel every time I take a step here, every time I feel like I'm so beautiful and confident. And it's something that I'd like to make people feel also when they meet me.
Lagi ako pinigil. Talaga. Pag may konting kurot lang pinigil. Marunong. Giri.
What's that one learning experience that you had as a child that made so much impact?
I grew up dancing ballet because I started at 4 years old. And one of the most important things that I've learned is to learn how to be yourself in every situation that you're put in. So this is actually my first national pageant, so it's new to me. However, as we've gone through the different challenges, I've learned how to apply it myself in the situation, and I've learned how to grow and to shine as Isabella Ismael. That's the beauty that I've learned as a child in ballet, where you have techniques, but you learn your own art, you learn your own style.
About during this pandemic, what is the most important lesson that you learned?
During the pandemic, admittedly, of course, it wasn't easy for any of us. However, I was able to actually connect with myself. And as a beauty queen, you would expect somebody to be confident, to know exactly who she is, but it's not always the case. I was able to take time to meditate. I was able to take time to listen to myself. And I realized the value of knowing who you are. And I'm able to take that with me to today. You know, my outfit, this is me. It's pink, it's floral, it's ballet-ish, but you know, I feel very confident as myself, and I'm proud of that.
Bella, if you win, how do you plan to help your community?
Well, I am very passionate about the mental health community, and I have a few people who are very close to me who go through mental illnesses. One of the things that I've learned is that it's not just those who suffer with the sickness who have a hard time, but it's also their families. And I would love to partner up with an organization and probably create a program or maybe support groups, not just for the person who's sick, but for their families, how they can cope, how they can help each other out, and how they can take care of themselves as well, because it's not easy, and we need to help each other out.
What color do you think symbolizes the phenomenal woman?
I would say blue. Blue, I know to be royal blue. I would say it's something that is so strong. It comes out confident and strong. However, it's also very warm, it's inviting, and it's something that you can trust. That's how I see the color blue. And a phenomenal woman is somebody who's confident in herself, is somebody who is calm, but is also somebody that you can trust to represent you, to tell your story. And that's why if I were to be the phenomenal woman, I would wear blue in everything.
Laban. Allow me to introduce myself. I'm Michelle Teresa Imperial Gumabao, and I'm representing Quezon City.
So you have 30 seconds to answer each question. Tell us more something about you.
As everybody knows, I'm a professional athlete, I'm an entrepreneur, I'm an advocate, I'm a motivational speaker. And all of this came from my experiences of being a volleyball player. I've learned so much, I've grown so much, and that is one of my biggest advantages coming into this pageant.
What is one beautiful word in Tagalog, and what does it mean?
Maganda. It means beautiful. I love that word because it represents each woman, each Filipina, and it says a lot about our culture. I hope that we all learn to encourage our women and to lift them up, to be confident and to be empowered.
What is that one learning experience that you had as a child that made so much impact on you?
I have been highly supported by my parents, and what they taught me is to encourage others, to support others, to work with others. That's why it benefited me as a team player playing sports, and it also benefited me joining beauty pageants because you represent an organization. Working with them, collaborating with them, and being a spokesperson, you have to know how to encourage other people. That is one of the most valuable lessons that my parents has imparted on me.
What about during this pandemic? What is the biggest lesson?
One of the greatest lessons during this pandemic, among a lot, is to be generous. I learned how to be generous not only with my words, by checking up on people, but also with my time. I have spent my time putting up an organization called Your 200 Pesos. We were able to serve thousands of families, not only in Metro Manila, but in the nearby provinces. I learned that if more people are generous, then less people will become hungry, less people will struggle, and we will have a more united Philippines.
Quezon City, if you win, what do you plan to do for your community?
I have been working a lot for sports. I have been part of different organizations of the government. But if I do win Miss Universe Philippines, I do know that the role is to represent the organization. I'm willing to learn more about the advocacy of Miss Universe Philippines, to work with them, to empower women, and to believe and stand by all the values that they also believe in.
What color do you think represents the phenomenal woman?
Green represents a phenomenal woman. Aside from it being the color of life, in my experience, it is the color of champions. I graduated from De La Salle University with 3 championships in my back, and I know that this is a color that inspires and empowers and shows off a strong and confident, phenomenal woman. I'm biased. Allow me to be.
Okay, so you've been hearing the word working from home nowadays.
Yes, Bob.
So what do you think are the skills needed nowadays in what you call the workplace of the future?
I work from home as an athlete. We cannot have physical trainings. And one of the most important values that I've learned is to be disciplined. Nobody is watching you. Nobody is telling you what to do. You have to know what it takes to become better. And that is my goal every single day. And it takes so much discipline to wake up in the morning, to set a schedule, despite not having physical work and not being able to report to a physical office. It's very important for children, for workers, and for office mates in general.
If there is one spot in Quezon City, whether natural or man-made, that you'd like to promote in the world, what would it be?
Super dami dire. Quezon City Circle, I must say. It was one of the most popular landmarks of Quezon City. But more than that, it's a place that I've been to ever since I was young. And recently, because of the pageant, I was able to visit and film there. And I've seen how much they preserved it. The culture, the beauty. And you can see so much. The Tomb of Manuel L. Quezon, the Philippine Car Museum, if you haven't visited, is a definite must place to go.
Okay, I have so many things to say about myself. I'm Inday Eliza Molina and I'm nervous and excited. And I've always believed that Inday can do whatever I set my eyes and heart into. So, kinakabahan talaga ako. Okay. Nung bata pa ako, naalala ko, hindi ako binibigyan ng parents ko ng pera. So, sabi ko, okay, nakita ko na opportunity ko sa farm ng lolo ko. I'm sorry, it was 30 seconds.
Were you briefed over a 30 seconds?
Yes.
30 seconds per.
I didn't know that. Okay.
Second question. So you have 30 seconds to answer.
Okay.
So what is one beautiful word in your local language or dialect? What does it mean?
Padayon. That means continue. In life, I've failed so many times, but in our language, we are taught that no matter how many times you fall, you have to stand back up and smile and move forward. I'm so nervous, Mom. I'm so nervous.
Good question. What is that one learning experience that you had as a child that made so much impact on you?
Oh, that was when I worked in our farm, in my grandfather's farm. Kasi hindi ako binibigyan ng pera. So I realized, okay, magtatrabaho ako sa farm para may extra allowance ako. And then I realized na if may initiative ka and you are hardworking, you can get whatever it is that you want in life. And now I'm here.
In this pandemic, what is that one major lesson that you learned from it?
That food is very difficult to get from the farm to your table. And that was a life-changing event for me to be able to volunteer in an organization called Move Food Initiative. I learned how to become a driver, a tindera, maybe a farmer sometimes, but now I respect farmers even more, and I hope I can teach everyone to really value the food on their table.
If you win the crown, how will you help your community?
I have been helping my community even though I don't have the crown yet. When the pandemic happened, I connected them to our municipal hall and asked for seeds. And now I'm looking at succeeding as an entrepreneur for our Vanilla Dream Farm so I can help not only our community but the entire Mindanao as well. We are targeting to help the coconut farmers and plant vanilla in between. So not only that, mata ko kinakabahan. I'm so excited to be here. Okay, relax, Eliza, relax. Okay.
Madali lang to. What color do you think symbolize